When I was younger, I'd go visit my grandparents all the time. They lived in a one-floor house with an unfinished basement. I never liked it down there. It felt small for a big basement. There was a little door down there that was for storage, and I always got a horrible feeling when going to close it. And let me add that this was a newer house that was about 6 years old. Now during the time, I was about 6 or 7. I felt so uncomfortable going down there. Even when I was with someone, I didn't like it. I remember going down there with my grandma to help with something. She had to run upstairs because someone rang the doorbell. She said she would be right back, even though she knew how I felt about being alone down there. But I nodded and said, "Okay." She was gone and I was alone, and I started to get a bad feeling in the pit of my stomach. I didn't move and didn't want to, even though the lights were now on. Now this is where everything started happening and it still gives me chills. The lights started to flicker, and I started to hear noises and what sounded like talking, and it was not coming from upstairs, but in the storage room. I heard someone say my name. Here's the part that freaks me out the most. The voice sounded like my grandma. I was confused, as how I was hearing her when she was upstairs. I didn't want to move, but me being the curious one I am, I started moving towards the storage room door. The closer I got, the worse the bad feeling came. When I got to the door, the lights turned off in the basement. I wanted to run upstairs and hide, go home, somewhere that wasn't the basement. I heard my name again for the second time, my grandma's voice asking me to open the door to help her, so I did and I regret it. I couldn't see anything. It was pitch black. I couldn't hear anything but faint laughing. That felt like forever. But then the laughing stopped, and the lights turned back on in the basement, and I felt a little bit better with the lights back on, but the downside, I could see a little in the storage room. I saw a small clown doll in the storage room. And my grandma hates clowns with a passion and wants nothing to do with them. So why is there a clown doll? I have no idea. Then the lights turned on in the storage room. I saw red that looked like blood all over the place. I screamed and blacked out, and the next thing I knew I was laying on the couch, my grandma looking at me and asking if I was okay. I have no idea if that was real or a dream, but it sure felt real.